Check, check, 1, 2. Welcome to the Collab Alliance round 2. My name's Cosm, and this whole round is about tidying up, structuring, just kind of fixing things up. We've got no restrictions, we've got no time limits within reason. If you're not familiar with the Collab Alliance, myself and some other producers / teachers have been collaborating and passing on this track, and it was a big mess, but awesome mess in the first round. And this round, it's all about just getting shit together. So what I'm going to do is play it through for you from the start. I haven't really listened to it yet. I jumped in after Slink, and Slink jumped in after Mr. Bill. So let's hit it from the start, which is silence. Here we go. Hello, Ammo Box. Hello, everyone. Hi, Bill. So Slink's obviously done some pretty cool shit here. And I see you have a new copy paste, Mr. Bill. New copy pasta. This is sick. See, everything's nicely in order now. I assume that was your work, Phil. Thank you very much. Nice and color-coded and named correctly. Wow. Very different, eh? What's up, Granular Sumo? Okay, so I'm assuming from after this other shit, it is like a whole bunch of stuff that is not used in the current track, but could be used for later. So what I'm going to do first is just select all that, drag it way over to the right, so we can get it out of the way and we can use it if we need it. Yeah, so again, listening to that, that's pretty much my first time listening to it. I like to go into it with a fresh set of ears. I spent all day yesterday getting all these plugins that Slink and Bill have used, all these demos. But so we got a really sick drum and bass area. Love that. And then we've got a breakdown. And then Bill's just gone completely fucking crazy here. I don't even know how to dance to that, but I like it. Thanks to the follow, Total Revolt. So, in my thoughts, my initial thoughts is this DNB bit is kind of, you know, the first drop and all that, and then it goes into the halftime kind of weird bit. I guess a resolution would be to have the DNB bit over here as well. So I'm going to copy that and we'll paste it over to the other shit area. I'm going to rename this to Tom's Go, or Tom's Bit, or whatever. So now we have Slink stuff over here. So what would be cool is to evolve this a bit more from what the original was, or change it in some way. Not evolve, but yeah, do something different with it. I believe there was a chord kind of structure that was used in the original first series that isn't used anymore, that Julian created, and I quite liked it. So what I might try and do in this power session here is actually bring those chords in and see if we can make this into a chord structure drum and bass thing rather than the single kind of note thing there. So yeah, as I said, everything's color coded and nice. I guess this is where all the synths go. So I'll create a new synth right here, and I'll call it we'll call it Julian's chords for now, and we'll need to make it green or else Bill will get unhappy. I select 2 tracks because it gives you what the 2 colors are of the tracks you have selected, and then you can just hit the right one, because it's hard for me if I like right click on this. I don't really know which one of these colors is like these ones here, so just a little quick tip there. So we've got Julian's chords. I've got the folder here. So here they are. We've got breakdown melody, chords starting from solo. So let's go for that one. So let me just drag that in. Chords starting from solo. Put it in the right place. Very good. Okay, so let's have a listen to those chords. Thanks for the follow, Group 007. So these are the chords. It's been resampled with some side chaining. So I've got a minor down to a major 7, it sounds like. Down to another minor, I believe. They're quite wide. I don't think there's any thirds. And then we definitely get that kind of 9 minor thing. And then it evolves even more, but I think I'll kill it there because that might be a bit too much to play with. In the short session, we'll see how Ableton's convert harmony to MIDI track works on this, so let's do that. So it's analyzing all the chords and trying to find the MIDI notes for us right now. And it's given us this here, so let's solo that and have a listen. We have a piano. Let's open up the MIDI clip. So nice wide kind of notes in a way. Down to the minor. I might just add that in. I might rename this to, what are we in? Let's zoom in. So we're in E minor. Let's rename this to E minor. And then this is... Yeah, I don't know, man. The Ableton crash thing that happened the other night, that was a database error. And yeah, I simply just reset my computer and it worked again. So I believe this is a C major 7. I could be wrong, but we'll change it. I might just stick with those 2 chords for now. I think this is an A minor. Yeah, so we might as well put it in just to keep things tidy. A minor, and then it goes back to an E minor. So let's listen to the pianos again with the chords original. So you can hear the chords. It's done a good job at analyzing those chords. We've got quite a few like little extra transient type chords in here. So what I'm going to do is just drag these out as quickly as I can, just to make them big long notes, just so we have like complete long notes. I'll actually just make one note and duplicate it down so it's all the same. These ones are kind of nice. They could come in at this area here. And then we're back to the original. And I actually quite like the piano, so I'm going to call this piano chords. And again, make it green so everyone's happy. But I will duplicate that and we'll put a proper synth on it. I'll just use operator for now, just so you can hear it as a chord and not a piano sound. So it's lots of sine waves, so that's really noisy. Bring the volume down. I quite like that. It's kind of like as you walk into a funeral kind of sound. Not that I've done too many of those in my life. Okay, we'll make it a saw. The oscillator a saw. Bring the frequency down a bit. Bring the volume down of the synth because we've got lots of chords going. One thing we could do is bring the filter right down, give it an envelope, maybe put a arpeggiator before it. That'll do some interesting stuff to the chords, make them 16th notes. Give it a little reverb. Trying not to go on a tangent here, but I just want to hear what this sounds like. Okay, that's all cool. So let's keep them for later. I'll call this ARP chords. Let's keep those for later. What we need to do now is look at what Slink's done. So we have bass, Slink bass, Slink sub. So let's look at the sub first. Okay, he's given us some MIDI clips, and that makes things a bit easier. If we look in the MIDI clip here, yep, so this is all in E. If we go to the C major 7 area, first thing I'll do is consolidate those clips into one clip, because that means I can easily move these all down to C, select all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're in C now. We might need to change a few notes. This one goes to A. I don't think going down to like A -1 is actually going to be helpful, so let's move all this up to A0, and then we can keep this one on C, but I will consolidate that as well just to help me. And let's do some coloring, because we all like to color in. Like so. Okie dokie. Now let's have a listen just to that sub with the chords. We just used Julian's original ones. They're quite low, so... I'm probably not going to use that ARP, by the way. I just did that for fun, but maybe we will use it. So that's good for the sub. Now we've got Slink bass. So I'm guessing this is his high bass type stuff. Okay, that's all good. It's all sample based though, so we are going to have to do some pitch shifting. The easiest way I can think of to do this is just select each one of the bass tracks and consolidate it into its own clip. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we've got 5 there. Might chuck in some more bass wob-wob sounds in there. Let's open these all out so we can see them. And we'll do the same here. I think they might be a little bit different, so I'm going to do the same here. Consolidate, consolidate. What up, Henry? What up, everybody in the chat? What up? What up? Good day. So now I've consolidated those into like actual full clips instead of cut up little segments. It's going to be a lot easier to transpose them. So we need to go from an E minor to a C in this one. So that's E minor, D sharp, D, D sharp, C. So that's down 4 semitones. We'll do the same for all of these. I believe we can select them all and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we need to do it here as well to the A. So boom, boom, boom. Again, why I'm consolidating is just so I can shift them all at once. And you see this one has like an extra part in this bass chops track. Good day, fine sir. What? Good day for some D&B, I say. And then we go down 4 for these ones. Oh no, we went up to A, didn't we? So we're in E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. It's the easiest way. And then this one can stay how it is because we're back to E minor. So let's hope and pray that this sounds good. Let me turn up a bit. I'll put some chords with it. I'll put the ARP on again. So that is kind of working. I can hear one more chord in there. So here we go, Slink chords. What do we got? So these are all the same. These need to be changed. So this needs to be changed for C major 7. I'm just going to make it a plain C major 7, C, E, G, B. And we need to change this to an A minor. And we're going to go up a bit. So A, C, E. We'll make it an A minor 7. Cup Nation, yes, I will release the roller once this collab is finished. It's just not quite ready for the public as of yet. I want to be able to make it so people can add in their own like conditions and everything, and you got to put your own names and stuff. At the moment, it's like really botched together just for us. But yeah, I definitely will release that. So now we've changed those chords on Slink chords. Remember, I'm not like destroying what he's done. His area is still over here, and it's awesome. And I'm basically going just restructuring the chords here. And it seems like either Bill or Slink has taken out the actual solo part, and I think that's unacceptable because I really like the solo part. So I'm going to add it back in. First thing I'm going to do though is duplicate across what I just did for the changes there. So we'll put these 3 chords over across as well. What else did we change? We changed the sub, so we'll duplicate that across. We will delete this bass stuff and duplicate that across. So I'm basically just getting another doubling up that phrase. And I believe I heard the solo over in this others area. Let's just bring this down. Maybe this one. Such a good solo. Okay, let's copy this and take it over. So maybe if we I'll create another audio track here. We'll call this Slink Solo Revisited. Might do some chopping or something crazy like that. And I'll place it here. It's going to be quite quiet, so let's bring it up. Hopefully it works with this chord structure. It should do. I believe Julian made the chords and everyone kind of worked together in the same kind of structure. So let's give it a go. Let's go back from here. Yeah, that kind of works, eh? Oh, but he goes nuts at this part. I think I might leave up to whoever's next to see if they want to keep that or do it. I don't really want to double this out any longer. We'll just stick within this kind of frame here. We'll set a loop point so I don't go on a tangent. What's up, Omega? How are you today? Let's bring these chords up in an octave, just see what they sound like time stretched. Put a reverb on them, because when I time stretch something really dramatically, I like to put a little reverb just to get rid of like transients, especially if it's a pad or something. And I should probably change this to texture mode. Actually, complex sounded better. My day is going fantastic. I'm going to do the old auto pan trick where I bring the phasing to 0. So, you know, auto pan goes from left to right, bring the phasing down. It's just basically a rhythmical gate. I'll put it on beats mode, 16th notes, choose the ramp down, which you can turn into a square kind of shape if you change the shape, but we'll keep it as a ramp down, and that's just going to give us the old... Cheers for the follow, man! And we could even do like, we could put another auto pan after it and do the same thing, zero phasing, put it in rate mode, bring the amount up, but we'll make it like, I don't know, 1 bar long and choose the random. And that's just gonna, like, I don't know if this is gonna be any good, but it's just gonna give us some of those. But I'm liking the chord changes in there. I feel, as I said, I feel like it's a good kind of way to come back to the D&B from Bill's. I can't dance to it, so that's cool. Makes me feel funny. So yeah, let's go back here. What else could we add? So I've got these pianos. I actually quite like the piano sound, so I won't do it just yet, but I think I'll introduce maybe like a 2 or 4 or potentially 8 bar kind of mini build up in between Bill's stuff, this crazy stuff, and this new stuff that I'm working on, just to get a bit of a transition and let people know that you're about to get hit with drum and bass in the face again. What else? I really like that sample. Slink voice, I assuming it is. Look at all this processing.
Are you with the Collab Alliance?
Fuck, that's cool.
Are you with the Collab Alliance?
If I put it over here, it's going to sound like Kraftwerk, but why not? So I'm going to duplicate Slink voice track. I'm going to call it Slink voice Tom, like so, and I'll drag it over to here. We'll get rid of all of these. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some warping here. Let's open up the sample and have a look.
Are you with the Collab Alliance?
So it's kind of going with the crazy timing that Bill had. So let's do some stretching.
Are you with the Collab Alliance? 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 Are you with the Collab Alliance?
We'll take it off beats mode. We'll try complex mode.
Are you with the Collab Alliance? Are you with the Collab Alliance?
Let's duplicate it across. What did we go down? We went down 4 semitones. Let's do it again, and now we have to go up and then up to 5 to the A, and then copy this across so it's original. Again, we're going to get some Kraftwerk shit, I reckon. What's up, John Miller? How you doing, bro? Yeah, things are going well. Rumour has it, John Miller, that you might be going next. Okay, I actually really like those vocals there, but see, they're quite a centerpiece of the drop back here. Or is it here? So I don't... We'll see. I don't really want to take it away from being like a vocal that happens before a drop by adding it into the actual phrasing or the rhythmical part of what I'm working on here. So I've just moved it across the bar. Let's see how that sounds. I don't know if I like it there or there. I'll do some chopping to it. And I did like the arps starting, coming in. We'll choose a different synth for the arps. I'm just chopping it into bits here so I can make the arps start on the second half. So the voice is kind of like the call, and then we can have the arps as the response. Again, choosing a different synth for the arps will make something better. I'm going to have to, what have I done? Cheers for the follow, Toriaka, or Toriapa. I'm going to add another note into this A chord. Thanks for the follow, Golden Ratio DJ. Okay, while we're at this stage, what I'll do is I'll select everything that I've done. Let's just go for like a, oops, excuse me. Let's just go for like a 4-bar drop before that. Sorry, I'm being whack here, moving everything all at once. I want it from there to there, and I want to move it here. Fantastic. So we've got build stuff. And I think maybe what we'll do is go down, when we originally did that we had the piano chord thing. Let's get rid of these naming points just for now. And I'll put Tom's DB drop, and we'll put a naming point here, mini build. So here's the piano chords. Thanks for the follow, Rubik's Cubism. Just having a look at what we've got here. So for a start, let's take this drums vocoded and let's add a warp marker and stretch the absolute shit out of it to, like, say here. And I'll need to change the texture. I'll cut it at this point. Actually, I'm going to cut it at that point. We'll change it to complex mode. And what I'll do is we'll go from, it's quite hard to chop it properly. I'll just reverse this so it slightly comes back in. Okay, I'm going to go back to the other stuff here. We have KJ Soccer's drums. Let's copy that for now, so we can find a better part. Trying to see if he does any kind of roll build-ups. We've got quite a few things here. It's the halftime ship. Okay, we'll use that for now. So we've got KJ drums there. Kick, snare, drums, other drums. I'll put this here, I'll put it underneath. we'll go drums build, make sure it's the right color. Which is red. And let's paste that into drums build. We'll just chuck a auto filter on it for now. What are we at? 45 minutes minus 15. Okay, so do a high pass coming down. I'm going to change that piano sound, of course. Give that its own automation lane, and we'll delete that frequency modulation. What if we reverse that? Oh, it's doing the whole sample. Okay, back to this piano chords. It's not working. Let's go into our plugins. I'm going to be using Sugarbyte's Factory for this, and probably the rest of the stuff today. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to save this in the right folder. Oh, sorry. So this is Slink's project. Let's go to Tom's Go. We'll go Tom's project file round 2. And we'll just call it version 1, or just round 2. That'll do. Make sure we save. Make sure we save. Oh yeah, there's a bit of shit posting. Hopefully we don't get so many shit posters this round. I keep trying to tell everyone, you know, the second round we're going to fix this. That's not how collabs work. You don't, you know, nothing sounds great from the start. So, this piano chords, we're going to load up a Sugarbyte's Factory instead. And we're going to, I think there's more Mr. Bill fans than there are my fans here, but that's cool. I'll pinch them. I'll pinch them, bro, and then let's play it. Pretty boring. Let's make it, okay, let's consolidate this clip so it's just the big wide E minor. There's no, I don't think there's any thirds in there. Let's go fold. So clicking fold, it shows you all the notes in the chord and not every note. So we've got E, B, we've got an F sharp. Don't think so. Yeah, we've got one F sharp. So that's giving it the minor feeling. So I might even get rid of the F sharp. So that's completely wide. And let's go into our envelopes and do a pitch bend. So we'll end the pitch bend there. We'll have it go from very low over to here. Cheers for the host palm mute, and welcome to the channel. Okay, so that's cool. This is no longer a piano. We'll call this chords build. And let's go into our Sugarbyte's Factory and have a look at what we got here. I'm going to just pick one oscillator for now, as I usually do. We've got quite a few different options for our oscillator function. Saw Fractal's pretty cool. Like, it really, I call it space hyperdrive. Okay, so I'll keep oscillator 1 as a Saw Fractal. We'll go configure, touch that knob so it's automatable. We'll start at the maximum and we'll have it come down over this build up like so. I can welcome you to the channel, man. If you came into my house, I'd welcome you into my house every time. Unless I was like taking a shit or something. You'd have to wait a few minutes. So let's go ahead and we can change the shape from a saw to a square with this. Let's go into the articulation tab and change the pitch bend range. We'll try -12 or a whole octave first. Makes it less melodic. Let's go all the way down to 36, see what it sounds like. And I'll bring up oscillator 2. We'll just use a simple pulse, a saw for now, just to hear it without that fractalized stuff. Let's put a spring reverb on it. And I think, now let's do something else with this. This is cool. Okay, what I'm gonna do is use sequencer 1 in the mod matrix, which is here, sequencer 1. You can choose your own. I'm gonna go oscillator 1 level and oscillator 2 level, give them maximum amounts. So this sequencer is now controlling the volume of the oscillator 1 and oscillator 2, but I need to bring the automatable volume down of OSC 1 and OSC 2 like so. These are like mixing volumes that you can't automate. These ones are automatable, so if I bring them down, anything I do in sequencer 1 is going to change that. And we need to change the length of each step to quarter notes so it lasts for the whole thing. So for example, if I was to pick like this shape here, drag it out, and then give it a bunch of these, we get... Turn off the global swing. Okay, but I don't think I want to do that just yet. I'm gonna, motorcyclists outside. Okay, I'm gonna make it this particular shape and drag it across for now. Oh, we want to keep it. We want to keep it up. So no, think Tom. We'll use all of these shapes, but the thing is we can use like individual shapes. Like we can have 2 coming up. Then we can have like silence on 50% and then 1, and then we could do like triplets coming up. Two going down. And of course we can bring the amount of that sequencer 1 that's affecting the volumes down a bit. I mean, it doesn't have to affect the levels. We could assign it to the cutoff. That could be fun. So sequencer 1's now on the cutoff. Oh, I got to turn the levels up, of course. Not sure about that saw fractal. I'm going to pick a wavetable format. Let's bring the tuning up of that, plus 12. No, I haven't released the random generator yet, sorry man, it will come out soon. Let's try a different wavetable. Let's go up to 36. I'm going to put my own, let's use a different plugin there as well. Let's use Factory on the ARP. I do like the ARP. It gives it that kind of, I know there was a phase in drum and bass kind of like in the early 2000s I think, where it was all about like you know, like that. So let's just quickly loop this and play with this up. Let's get a cool sound. I'll choose a preset which I've made. What do we got? What could be cool? There's nothing. Something like that. And I will go, I already have the cutoff automated there for the decay, so what I'll do is add my own auto filter. What are we at? 55 minutes 56. So let's bring that down, and we'll just have the we'll have one cutoff opening up, then we'll turn that off, make sure it's only on for that particular chord, and then we'll duplicate the auto filter across, and we'll make it a high pass. Again, we'll just add our own one quickly just to save time. Make it a high pass, turn it off, and make sure it's only on this particular chord, and we'll have the high pass coming down. Give them both a bit of res. Okay, very good. Well, not too good so far, but we'll get there. So let's go back to where we're at. I'm going to give that frequency its own automation lane, duplicate it across there. We'll need to do it with this frequency as well, own automation lane, and duplicate that across to there. Very good. Well, the sync rate is basically whatever, how many chords there are, or notes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and this one's got a leftover. So 1, 2, 3, we've got 6 here as well. This one only has 4. Anyway, so one thing I noticed is that sample there obviously has
Are you with the Collab Alliance?
a bit of low end on it. So let's load up an EQ on it.
Are you with
Roll it off, because we don't want to muck with Slink's awesome or Bill's awesome kind of bass.
Are you with the Collab Alliance? Are you
We could even bring it up and just kind of have the high. Nah, the sweet spot's around here, I think. That sounds a bit weird pitched up so far. If I bring it down though, I think it's going to be too low. Maybe not. What about if we duplicate that and reverse it here? Alright, let's have a look at the solo part here. So I'm going to consolidate this into one clip as well, because we can see that the actual clip is like really big. Dun, 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 dun. We don't really have too much groove or anything going on now, so what I might do is actually start adding a few points into Mr. Slink solo. I apologize, bro, if this really fucks you off. It sounds really good sloppy, but just a few notes would be cool. I think I want to duplicate this across to hear what it sounds like, hey. But just, I really like that part of the solo, so I'm going to duplicate that across. It's obviously going to overwrite. Should I select the right time range? It's obviously going to overwrite the actual solo here, so let's drag that out over there. Alright, we'll leave it there for that part. Let's go back to this build up. Not too happy with it. Where are we here? Don't know if the sequencer works. So we'll just automate the cutoff. So configure cutoff, there it is. And we'll automate that. We'll just open that up. I want to try and do this in 1 hour, so. And we need to roll off the low end because we've pitched it down a lot. Yeah, we are starting it on Monday, but you guys, you 23 are the lucky people who get to have a sneak preview because I decided to live stream mine. And the other guys said it was okay. Let's go back into this factory here. Let's try a different thing here. Let's try a FM format. Give it a chorus. Make it nice and wide. And that little solo hit here, the synth solo that he's added in with the doodle-doodle-doodle. I think we should put that in here as well. Okay, so what I'll do is remove the drums there. I'm going to bring the pads building up back. And we need to put in a little bit of a build there. So we've got, what do we got? I don't know where to put this. Noise, I'm going to put after noise. So we'll create a new MIDI clip. We'll rename this to white noise build Tom. Insert a MIDI clip. doesn't matter what we choose because it's going to be noise. And we'll throw in a operator. Noise is noise, noise is noise. White. Sounds awesome, and let's modulate the frequency. This is the most basic builder you can do, but it just needs a little something. Give it a curve. Spread it. Let's make a faller real quick while we're at it as well. Bill, Slink and Tom, Palm Mute, definitely follow him, man. He's in the chat right now. He does really cool streams. There's some other people that I follow. Morwick is really cool. He usually makes like really droney ambient kind of space stuff. Like he'll like take footage from the International Space Station and just like trip the fuck out of it with cool pads and drones. Just search for music or keep your eye on the creative channel. Should we make this white noise as well? Yeah, let's make it white noise as well, but we'll go for a high pass filter and just have it come down from about here. We'll make it a band pass and give it lots of reverb. Probably needs to... What if we go down then up real quick? Maybe not so much to the up area. The Whittler is awesome when he streams, does really cool stuff, and then he usually ends his streams listening to other people's tracks and giving really constructive criticism, which I respect. More reverb, resonance, and that could be a bit faster. The Whittler, W-I-D-D-L-E-R. Get rid of that reverse thing. Yeah, man, he's got like the perfect streaming persona in my opinion. He's just like so nice and calm, but you know, talks about all kinds of funny shit. Okay, let's go back a bit. I'm gonna go back a little bit more here. So this pad building up doesn't kind of work into the tuning of this. Where is it? This. So that works, but this doesn't. Alright, again. I don't know if this is working now. So let's just make it one note. I know what would work. That whole fucking sound I made in the first series. If it's here, I think it's here. Bass. Thanks for the follow, the TPLNDJ. So that's the sound I made in the first one with all those crazy restrictions. So maybe we could throw that in. We're here. Drums build. There's that thing. So I'll go up to where the basses are. Add a new audio track. We'll go Tom's. I won't call it that. Tom's bass. Let's paste it in there. I think it has a big pitch bend at the end. We want it to go to this point here. That's the so it doesn't really fit over like this off time stuff. What I'm gonna do is look for where that hit, is it noise? No. There's like some kind of hit that's going in that offbeat time. So we've got a sub bass, or it's a Moog sub. This might be better. Very cool sound. So what I'll do is I will put a gate on this bass. I'll take a sidechain, what was it called? Wire hit? Metal wire tap. I'll take the sidechain from the metal wire tap. Don't know if this will be good. Bring it down a bit. So now hopefully my bass that I made will only give it some release. And we'll turn the gate off at this point here. Put all the way. I feel like that bass needs something else, so let's put like a redux. Need some more. We'll put an EQ on it for the redux. Bring up some of this stuff. Maybe if we bring the redux up over that point there. And also we need to roll this off completely, bring the frequency up, but we'll bring it back in at this point here, just so it doesn't clash with the Moog sub, which is this guy here. I might even chuck a limiter on my bass just to add it in there. Ooh, a few minutes left. Maybe it doesn't need the redux now. It'd be nice to have like a single drum hit there. I remember in the old project, KJ had some one-hit samples. Maybe, yeah, here we go. This might be them. What do we got? We got, okay, so this probably is all his kit. You got a crash. I might go a little bit over an hour, I think. I don't want to leave this build up undone. Guessing the bigger ones are snares and toms. So there's a snare, there's a rim, more of. It's a bit too flammed. That one. So I'm going to copy that. We'll go back over here, turn our grid back on. it's hard to know where to put this. Here's snare. Are these kick, snare, snare, verb? So I'll add it here. I'll make it an audio track. Snare hit before DB second time around. There we go. Paste it in there. Let's open it up, have a look. Okay, so I'll consolidate it and then I'll set the start point to the right place. Give it a reverb or a resonator. Give it a reverb. Lots of decay, lots of pre-delay, no high cut, high quality mode. What if we pitch it down? Okay, let's go back a bit. That snare is from KJ Stalker. He did individual samples of his kit just for uses such as this. Needs a bit of crunch, so let's give it, someone showed me this the other day, which is really cool. We'll give it the erosion. Put it before the reverb. On the DNB drop, I have no idea, there's just a chain called kick and snare which got given to me. We've got Snare Boy and Snare Boy 2, so you might have to ask Slink or Bill about that one. But that could work as well. Let's bring that back. Put it here. And have one of those Snare Boys. And then we'll use KJ's one to lead up to that. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to play it from the start. That was my session, and I'm pretty happy with that. It was pretty much an hour. We could go for longer, but I wanted to stick to an hour. Pass it on, get it happening fast. So much better than the first series. I'm loving it. Yeah, we had to bring that solo back, man. It was sick. So you have to practice how to dance to that. Or nod your head. Love that wire sound, Bill. just keep going 4/4. There we go, that's my session done. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for the stream. I'm gonna put this up in order, so it's not gonna go up on YouTube automatically because Bill and Slink still have to upload their videos. Starting Monday, go check it out. It's gonna be awesome. Cheers for tuning in. My name's Tom, Cosm. Laters.